got gold, we've got silver, and we've got antimony, all the hot metals right now. Joining me to explain more is the Director of Renegade Exploration, Rob Kirtlan. Rod, it is a pleasure to see you again. How are you?
Likewise, Shane, it's been a long time, at least a week.
It certainly has. It's been a long time in between drinks.
Exactly. And I haven't had a drink, so there you go.
Listen, Rob, I just had to have you on today to talk about these really impressive silver numbers that you've pulled out of your Myschka project over in the Yukon. Can you run me through some of the details here?
Yeah, it's pretty exciting. We're excited by it. I mean, we were excited before, but now that we've actually, finally got the results and the formal results from the work that we did through August, and then we flew Helimag towards the end of September. Coming up with those silver numbers of, getting up towards 2,000 grams is pretty exciting. Gold credits, as we would expect, anywhere from half up through to 1 gram stuff. And then the magnetics really is telling us the story here about the intrusive. So, it's the mags are endorsing what we think we have here, and the mags are huge. It's about a 2 by 3 kilometre type of anomaly. With the intrusion in the middle. It's got something called Hornsfeld, which sort of a new term I would have thought for some people, but basically that means sediment. So right now we're seeing most of the metals contained within that, and that's very similar to some of the neighbouring deposits and plays up there. And they can be huge. So Ormac, which is to the north west of us pretty much, it's around 8 million ounces, and it carries these same sorts of signatures of really nice grades of silver, gold that comes into bulk tonnage. And if you think of these areas when you're operating these mines up there, for the sort of, again, I'm not being horrible, but for those that haven't looked at them, then the grades can be 0.7 through to 1.2 gram type stuff with the gold, but they're big deposits, and that's what makes them work. And of course, just down the road from us, our partners in this, the vendor is the founder and creator of something called Snowline Gold, which is around 8 million ounces, getting bigger. They've been really lucky. They've snagged super grade down there for this area, so stuff that's well in excess of a gram over the ore body and from surface. So they're 80 k's away. Ormac, I think, is about 150, and then there's others around as well. Sitka's a new discovery. That whole province. I think when we were talking on the Gold Coast at the Reed event, that was when Pierre Lassonde was investing in the Yukon, and I kind of said it was good enough for Pierre, it should be good enough for all of us. Because the Yukon, if I keep talking, which I can do a lot of, the Yukon, 6 months ago, you probably kind of going, it's all looking a bit hard. 9 months ago for sure, because, we were calling it a pig's ear, our line was, maybe it's not a pig's ear, maybe it's the silk purse. Because we've got the zinc deposit, which is only 10 k's south of the Mishka gold prospect. So it's like for us, it's it's a bit of a learning curve, and the fact that we've uncovered Mishka, the whole zinc thing's come to life as well in that area with what's going on around there. We're pretty excited. We're looking forward to getting all our plans ready over the next few months to fundamentally go drilling.
That is a great place to take me to, because obviously with numbers like this, you've got to go and explore more. What does the follow-up look like here?
So definitely drilling. We're just sort of fine-tuning how that drilling program might look, and we'll do that over the next sort of month or so. Then we'll start talking to contractors, and then how we're going to manage that process. Again, we're lucky that, with a nice relationship with the Bedale family at Snowline, probably lean on them a little bit, get some good advice on how to keep the costs under control. It's a very expensive region to work, as most people will know. So expensive to work there, but the rewards are large. And as I said, we're excited by the prospect of drilling there. And secondly, the zinc deposit, good old Andrew, the pig's ear, might just have more legs to it, because there's a fair bit of stuff going on around us in tungsten and zinc in our neighbourhood. So that's all, I think, sort of a developing story for, a tried and proven old line. But there is things happening there, which I think is fabulous.
It sounds like there's some great things happening in the Yukon right now. Listen, Rob, I look forward to you jumping back on and hearing more about these future results.
So do we. I look forward to that as well because we are very excited by this latest development up there. So thanks for having me on.